cornflakes. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to another video, another update for today. I woke up feeling like crap. I'm feeling sick today. I'm still gonna go to the gym. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if going to the gym is the smartest thing in the world since I'm sick, but I feel like if you sweat it out, you're gonna let it out. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I feel better after this workout. Let me give you guys some life advice on pouring cereal, okay? Always pour the cereal first, the milk second, okay? Don't pour the milk first and then the cereal second. Only psychopaths do that, all right? If you're normal, cereal first, milk second. For all those content creators out there, another thing of advice, if you want to make videos on YouTube, just get creative with it, okay? Put your camera in weird places. Put them in the fridge, put them in the microwave. Do this, get sick angles, bro. Keep your audience intrigued. That's the #1 thing. Let's get creative with content. Okay, I'm sure you guys are at the edge of the seat like, oh my god, where's Benny gonna put his camera next? I don't know. Whoa! It's just what I do, baby.
I'm a little sick.
I'm at the gym right now, at the parking lot. You already know, I've always mentioned that I always do my little ritual where I hype up in the parking lot before I get in there. Yesterday I took NyQuil, and I still kind of feel like every time I take NyQuil too, I always have a crazy ass dream. I don't know if that's like in the side effects or whatever it is, but I always have a very vivid dream. Like, it just seems like very real. I'm gonna take my pre-workout right here. I forgot my shaker cup. Straight shot to the mouth. Woo! Let's get it.
She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go.
What's going on, you guys? I'm back from the gym. I'm sure from the title of the video you should know what I'm already talking about. Just keep in mind, you know, I'm gonna try to share with you as much as I possibly can, but at the same time kind of respect her privacy. So yeah, let's get started. So I met her when I was about 19 years old. I'm currently 24. How we met was I think I commented on one of her pictures, and I complimented her, and I was like, oh, you're really pretty. And then like she immediately like responded to my comment, and she said like thank you or something like that. She said something else, I can't really remember right now, but yeah. And then I commented on another picture, and I just said something funny, and then she immediately like understood where I was referencing that joke from, and I think it was like from like Dave Chappelle or some shit, right? Because that's what I do. Just keep in mind that's what I do, is I always like quote movies and TV shows like that, you know. So like when she noticed where the joke came from, I was like, oh shit, like that hit me right here, you know what I mean? So like after that happened, I ended up DMing her, and we just kind of somewhat clicked, you know. When we started talking, it was really late at night. It was like probably like between 10 to midnight. And we ended up talking that whole night in the DMs, like till like fucking 5 in the morning, dude. Like we literally just like clicked, and we started talking all night. When the night ended, or the morning, we exchanged numbers. Fast forward a few weeks later, that's when we finally met each other. We went to the movies, this and that. We ended up, you know, having a really good time. And then, you know, fast forward like another month or two, I want to say. So we ended up becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, like I said, when we were 19. The whole first year of our relationship, it was pretty much good. Like, we enjoyed each other, we had a good time, we pretty much got along really well. As soon as we start hitting the second year is when we start running into like little minor bumps here and there, because at this point, you know, within the second year, we did everything with each other. We're both in college, so we had the same classes, you know, we went to the gym together. This is how like our routine really went. We woke up, I picked her up, we went to school, went to the gym, dropped her off, we went to work. After work, I would go back to see her. So it was pretty much like that almost every day, you know. So we spent a lot of time with each other. I think that was where the issues started coming, because like we spent a lot of time with each other, and I think it was like too much, you know, like because you know, we spent so much time together that like all of our friends kind of faded away, you know what I mean? Because we weren't hanging out with them that much. It was just basically me and her, me and her, me and her. So like pretty much we didn't have friends anymore. At least I didn't, you know. Like my friends were there, but I really didn't really talk to them, you know. Along the second year, you know, some of the issues were social media, right? And I'm not gonna get too much in detail of what happened on social media, but I'm the type of person to like, I like to avoid like arguments, right? So what happened was, it was just like I didn't want to argue about social media anymore, so I just like took it off. We both did everything we could to try to like make it work, you know. So like I said, first year was perfect. Second year we ran into a little speed bumps here and there, but wasn't nothing major, right? And I think it was along the third year is when things started going downhill like really fast. We ended up getting in like a big argument one day, and I'm not even really sure what was the argument about, but we ended up separating in the third year. And it was like for like a month or so. It wasn't even that long. I mean, it kind of was long. It was less than a month for sure. And within that month, you know, I kind of reactivated my social media and all this, and I try to like socialize a bit more, because, you know, obviously when I go from hanging out with her for so long to not really talking to her, it was like, I was like, fuck, you know, I want to do something, you know what I mean? I like felt lonely, because like I was always just at home and I was just doing my thing. Like I was still going to school and going to the gym and all that, but I didn't really talk to anybody. So I just turned on my social media again and I started talking to all my friends. I think at the first breakup, we weren't really like, you know, officially done with each other. We were just like pretty much mad at each other, and we're just being, because we're both stubborn ass people, and I'm telling you, like, I'm very stubborn, she was very stubborn. That's why we kind of just always bumped heads, you know what I mean? Eventually we just started talking to each other again. We got back together, and I think after initially that first breakup, it just kind of like, it messed up a lot, you know what I mean? Because it was like, I think personally, when you start like becoming an on and off relationship, it's just like the relationship, you're really devaluing the relationship at that point, you know? Because if we're so easy to kind of let it go and then get back together, let it go, get it back together, like it's just like, it was pointless, you know what I mean? So after that first breakup, it was just like really bad, because we would end up getting in arguments again. That's when we kind of were like on and off, on and off, on and off. Yeah, so like, because all of that happening, you know, I was really into YouTube. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I was really into YouTube, like fitness YouTube, right? So just one day, that's when I decided, oh, you know, that's when I wanted to make my own YouTube channel, you know. And I was like 3 years into the relationship, I believe. Yeah, so she was really supportive of that. I just remember the day I told her was pretty much the day I went out, bought a camera, and we started filming, you know what I mean? Like, if you go back to like my first, I think our first video was your new favorite YouTuber or something like that. You go all the way down, that was like literally the first day I bought the camera, and then I went out to go film, just like that, you know what I mean? I was just very like motivated at that time, and so I started filming. You know, that's how everything went down. But like, keep in mind, social media was a problem before in our relationship, so it wasn't really easy starting off with the channel, because obviously you have to be public with your life, and we're dealing with, you know, issues within the relationship that you know, it was okay. You know, she was really supportive, don't get me wrong, but we just had so many issues within like our personal lives that it just kept like interfering with the whole YouTube thing, right? Because I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't really like active on YouTube. I'll just upload every here and there. My apologies if it doesn't make sense to you. I'm just trying to like share as much as I can, but not give away too much, like out of, you know, respect for her and everything. So within that time of making the YouTube channel, I think it was like a few months in, you know, we had a really bad argument to where like I thought it was officially done, right? Like we literally broke up, and it was a bad breakup too. Like I remember it really affected both of us, and we ended on somewhat bad terms, you know. Like we just really stopped talking to each other, and it was a long time that we broke up for. Let's just say a few months went by, right? And it still was kind of bothering me personally. Like I don't know what she was going through at that time, but for me it was, because it was different, you know what I mean? Like we've been together for so long. It was like 3+ years, and when you go from, you know, having that person in your life to not having that person in your life, it was like a really tragic change for me, right? It was just like, it was unsettling, I guess you can say. But I was just doing my thing, right? Like I wasn't trying to talk to nobody. It was just like whatever. Like I was just focused doing my thing. I was in the gym, I was, you know, working, I was going to college. So I was just busy doing that, trying to stay focused. And then I remember one day I ran into her coming out of the gym, right? I was coming out of the gym. Keep in mind, we're off for like 4 months, right? So I thought it was just over. So, you know, I haven't seen her within those 4 months until this one day I came out of the gym and I seen her, and everything just like came back, like all my feelings, like everything. I just seen her and I was like stuck. I was like, I didn't know what to say, right? But we're a far ways apart. So like, let's say she was across the parking lot and my car was like over here. So I was walking this way and I seen her kind of come out of her car way over here. So I got in my car, right? And I was just tripping because I seen her, and she ended up giving me a call. And I was like, my heart just sunk when I remember I got that call, and she was like, hey, do you want to talk for a minute, blah blah blah. So I was like, all right, cool. So we ended up just meeting each other in that parking lot, and we're just talking outside, and she just like pretty much said, you know, I'm sorry for whatever happened. You know, her intentions weren't to like get back with me, but she was just talking to me saying, I'm sorry for what happened. And you know, she gave me a hug, blah blah blah. We're exchanging like, oh, how you been, blah blah blah, this and that. So we talked for a little bit. Like it was probably like 15 minutes, not even. And we kind of just like, she gave me a hug, and we kind of just went our ways, right? Her birthday was like a few weeks later, right? So I didn't say anything to her until it was on her birthday. Literally, like as soon as it hit 12 o'clock, I messaged her on Instagram. I was like, hey, happy birthday. I hope you have a good one, blah, blah, blah. I said, happy birthday. I hope I was the first one to tell you happy birthday. She said something like, I wish you were the first one. And I told her, you know what, we should catch up sometime, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, we met up again. I think we went out to eat. You know, everything kind of sparked all up again. And we just ended up getting back together for like, after being separated for 4 months. I don't think it was probably the best idea for us to get back with each other, because, you know, when we did get back with each other that last time, it was like, I think it was just because we're so used to being with each other that all of our feelings just kind of came back up again, and we just kind of rushed back into it, you know. It's just like, it was like that feeling once again, you know what I mean? When you first get with somebody, you have those butterfly feelings. It's like the honeymoon phase of, you know, every new person, right? Like you're like infatuated with that person, like, oh my god, like this and that. I think those feelings came back up again after so long without seeing each other. We just kind of hopped back into a relationship, and honestly, I think that was probably like a bad thing for us, because we still, after we got back with each other, we're running into problems again. You know what I mean? Like after a while, it just started becoming like the same thing all over again, of us arguing and really like bumping heads. And you know, and I remember the last time we ever spoke to each other, we kind of just met up and we're just saying, you know what, I think, you know, we both told each other that we really cared for each other, but it's probably not the best for us to be together. It was really unhealthy relationship, and we both kind of knew it was an unhealthy relationship. And it was a mutual agreement that we just like said, you know what, it's just not, you know, it's not healthy to be like this, you know, together, and you know, we wish the best for each other, this and that, and we kind of just parted. You know, it was a very emotional time for both of us, and yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. Like, I'm sorry if it was just kind of very vague, but I just wanted to like respectfully share this with you, because I have no problem sharing my life with you, but of course it involves her, so I don't want to like put too much information out there. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. You know, like I said, we're with each other for 4 years. We just had that unbalanced relationship. I feel like it's just, we just were so much into each other that we just turned everything off. And anytime we wanted to do something outside of the relationship, that's when everything became a problem. You know what I mean? So I feel like, honestly, we just needed that balance, and that goes to show that I feel as if we all need that balance in life, right? Just kind of get yourself together and have time to, you know, spend with your family, and, you know, get your shit done and go to college or whatever you're doing, work, and has time for that relationship. And I think we all can agree on that, right? Like, I don't know. Sorry if it didn't make sense or anything, but I just thought I'd share the most I can with it. Nothing against her, you know what I mean? Like, we're both adults, we're both past it, so I hope everything is well with her. So let me give you my post notification shout out just before we end this video. Today's shout out goes to Leslie. Thank you for your support. Thank all of you for your support. And if you would like a shout out in the next video, be sure to comment, like, turn on the notification bell next to the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Back in the time.